Hey guys, so here it's Hiral Shah, and as I've said in my previous sessions that we will start our new session with the one more new method, but still there are pending some remaining some examples related to harmonic functions and analytic functions. So in this session we are going to conduct those old examples only. So let's start today's session with one some more new examples, and the question is given, find the constants ABC. Here you have to find the constants ABC if f of z equals to x plus ay plus I into the bracket bx plus cy is analytic. Okay guys, as you can see here f of z is given, and f of z yani ki you can write u plus iv, right? So here you can find real and the imaginary parts. So x plus ay will be real parts and bx plus cy will be your imaginary parts. And so from these both the equations you can find u with respect to x and y, because see guys, in the why we are doing this all the procedures, because see the equation, find the constants abc you have to find if the f of z is analytic. Now see, for the analytic functions, for analytic functions, uh, either you can write the given function is harmonic. It means you can take the help of Laplace differential equations, that is uxx plus uyy equals to 0. Okay, or else you can write the analytic, yani ki of course it will be fulfill CR equations, right? So we have two methods to go the next method, to go the next steps. So from these both these steps I have chose one that is we can use of CR equations, because the function is given into the analytic form. Okay, so the given function is analytic. It means definitely the CR conditions will be fulfilled. Okay, so to find the CR equations, to compare the CR equations, first we need those whole four components, that ux, uy, vx and vy, right? So I'm just finding these all the components, and here it's given analytics, so CR conditions will be satisfied, and so that we can write these equations, right? So now you have to just put the values of these separate components, and definitely you can find the values of this. So 1 equals to C and A equals to minus B. Now the second one is given, find the constants EBCD so that the functions is analytic. So again with the same procedure guys, here you have to find its real and imaginary parts, and by using analytic is given, you have to compare CR equations, and to compare the CR equations you need to find those four components, yani ki ux, uy, vx, vy, right? So I'm finding here those four components. See, I have found here, and then after we can apply its CR equations. So CR equations will be satisfied, and applying CR equations. So comparing these equations and just putting the values of these all the components, right? And here you can't directly write the answer, because here the equation, one equations is given, then you have to solve, because in these equations there are more than one variables, right? So for to solve the equations, comparing the coefficients, see here I'm comparing 2x with the function dx. Of course we can compare the component, the coefficients of x, so it will be 2 equal to d. So here I have written d equals to 2. Now we can compare ay equals to 2y also, and here I am comparing the coefficients of y, so it will be a equals to 2 form, right? So by comparing this you can find a equals to 2 value, and same here, by comparing the values of this you can write this answer. Okay, so here we have to compare ax with the minus 2cx and negative sign, right? So यहाँ पे मैंने लिखा है, और x का हमें क्या लिखना है, components लिखने हैं, यानी कि coefficients लिखने हैं. So it will be minus 2c, right? So c will be minus 1, and here comparing these two by with the dy and minus b यहाँ पे आ जाएगा. So comparing the coefficients of y, you may get 2b equals to minus d. So here you can find the values of b, because already you have found here d. So putting the value of b here, so at the end you can find the values of b, and then this one will be minus 1. So hope you all understood, guys. Now next, here it's given one more example. Find the values of a and b such that the function, this one is analytic. Okay guys, so with the same procedure you have to solve this example, and this one you have to do with your own self. And just giving some highlight of these examples. And here f of z is given. So from this f of z you have to find its real and imaginary parts. So and then after, by finding real and imaginary parts, at the end you have to find its components. Yani ki because the function is given an analytic, it means CR conditions will be satisfied, and to apply the CR conditions you need 4 components, that is ux, uy, vx and vy. So by using this u and v, I'm going to find these 4 components, ux, uy, vx, vy, and then after just put the condition of CR equations, and putting the values of these both and comparing the coefficients, you may get the final result, yani ki final constants. And see here one more components is given, that you have to find its first derivative, yani ki f dash of z. So now you know the formula of f dash of z, that del u upon del x plus del u plus I del v upon del x, and you having values of ux and vx, right? So I'm just putting its value, and then after vx it's actual, you are writing here 2bx plus 2y, and you already found the value of b, so I'm writing here, so it will be 2x plus 2y. Now you can see that 2 is common for all, so taking out the common 2, so remaining terms I'm writing here x minus y plus I multiplying into the bracket, so it will be ix plus iy. Okay, now this one component I am converting into the positive form. So as already of course we have used once before this also, so I am using again, in place of minus sign I am writing I square. So x plus I square y plus ix plus iy, and now I'm writing x into the bracket, uh, yani ki I'm just taking out the common from this both term, so x taking a common, so the remaining term will be 1 plus I plus iy into the bracket 1 plus I. Okay, so 1 plus I and the another one x plus iy, and x plus iy, in place of x plus y we can write z. So the derivative of the given function will be 2z into the 1 plus I. So hope guys you all liked my examples, and here I have written one more examples, and this one is you can observe it's in given into the polar form, and for the polar form we have to write its polar CR equations, right? So here the CR equations will be changed only, but the method will be same. So after finding real and imaginary parts, yani ki u and v, you have to find u with respect to r and theta, as well as v with respect to r and theta. Okay, so and then after analytic is given, so from this you can write its CR equations for the polar form. So I have written here its polar equations, and now we have to just put the values of this for all the components, and you can find the values of p. So hope guys you did these all the examples, and in our next sessions we will do one more new method. So till that, please do the practice of this all the examples. Thank you guys.